Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Let's take a look at our main scenario if I'm here at the 4-hour chart. And then we also take a look at the short-term bullish and short-term bearish scenarios. First of all, we've got our 5-wave move up into the July highs. Here we also have two possible scenarios, but they both end in a very similar way. So the primary scenario suggests that we had 5 waves up in a leading diagonal here to the 14th of July high to around 2020 and so $2020. And from here we're now coming down in a so-called ABC correction in a wave 2. So if I'm zooming in a little bit just to explain that, you see it better. The idea is that the A wave already was done, which is the first wave of a 3-stage corrective wave structure. We had the B wave already done with a C wave to follow. So the B wave, I mean, that's exactly where we are then talking about which we are talking about on the smaller time frame. Is the B wave done or not? So that's on the smaller time frame, that question, okay? Here at the bigger time frame, the question is, okay, do we get this ABC structure actually to complete? Do we go lower in a C wave in wave 2? To maybe 1828, 1781 or 1713. That's still the primary scenario and a level to watch. I mean, I just told you some retracement levels, but a level to watch if the B wave already topped yesterday and we're already coming down in the C wave, which certainly is likely, then that a level to watch in addition would be the 100% extension at 1776. That's around the golden ratio as well of 1781. And it's typically a level that Ethereum likes to visit, the golden ratio. I would pay attention to that, okay? That was the talk. Right, and what is the alternative scenario on the larger time frame? The alternative scenario on the larger time frame is that the wave 1 already finished a little earlier, here or even here on the 23rd of June. It doesn't make a great difference in the short term, but I already labeled it with some letters here on the chart. I'm missing this one. The idea is that we had a 3-wave move unfold to a degree already. So the idea is that the A wave already happened here. We had an overshooting B wave and the C wave is unfolding to the downside now. Again, the situation is very similar. In both scenarios, I would still expect lower though, because also here, if we talk about a C wave to the downside, then in an ideal world, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In one scenario, actually, the low is already in, but I'm not looking for that primarily, okay? And I don't want to confuse you. So my primary scenario is until I see evidence for anything different, that the wave 1 topped here on the 14th of July. Just be aware, just to keep it simple and very clear, as soon as price hits these support areas, yeah, as soon as price hits the yellow support box, always, yeah, we have a valid setup. There are always people who are waiting for lower prices, always. And then they are just not at the PC or whatever to make their buying decision when price already rallies. It always happens. That's why I like the idea of scaling in. Scaling into support, scaling out into resistance. I haven't really bought yet, just small floating positions, but I want to buy a decent sized position in this area. I am well positioned already, but obviously I want to take the opportunity for a 3rd wave rally. But I haven't bought that main position yet because I think we're just sort of in the range still, okay, in this range in which we actually have been over the last few weeks. Now that we know about the primary scenario, well, let's zoom in and take a look at the lower time frame count. And here you can see the price action of this top, which was made in July. And as I said, in the primary scenario, the idea is the A wave already bottomed. And here we now have to deal with the question, did the B wave top yesterday with this messy structure in a flat corrective structure? And we're coming down in the C wave. Based on latest price action, that is what I would assume. It's not what I like, because I like a clear B wave with a higher B and then down, but it could be that it already topped for various reasons. Don't need to discuss them all in this video, but just one reason for that is that we had what I have labeled here as C wave of the B wave reached the 100% extension at 1923. Yeah, lots of noise today in the background. Now it's plane flying up. Yeah, anyway, 1923, the 1-to-1 ratio was reached. That's typically the very, very first and early target. Yeah. However, in this particular case, it didn't even reach the larger retracement area. Now, a B wave doesn't need to do that. B waves can be very shallow. So I did talk about that. So I have labeled now this ABC within the B wave tentatively complete with a question mark, but I would still like to go it to go higher. Nevertheless, I can tell you one thing: price action rather would prefer down. Yeah, so it's not really what I'm looking for. It's what price action tells me. Is it actually looks good. It actually looks like continuation to the downside, because we had an impulse down, and I think looking at it this morning, it looks like it's an impulse. And the move up looks very choppy, corrective, and it didn't break above resistance. Yesterday I highlighted to you, look, if we break above resistance here, above 1918, then we are likely still in the B wave. Until then, we have a good case to make that we're actually in the C wave down. Yeah. To be honest, with this latest, let's do this. Let's move it here. Let's say the B is might be complete. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. What you need to be watching for is confirmation. Confirmation we will get if we now break below the 1875 level, 1876. And just note that until then, it is absolutely still possible to get a more complex, higher B wave when price rallies in a C wave. But it would need to be an impulse in an ideal world. At the moment, this is a 3-wave move. So I think that action, together with yesterday's strong sell-off, makes it fairly likely that we're already in the C wave. But to really confirm that, I did say that yesterday, I need to see an impulse down and the 3-wave pullback. We've got that now. And if we now break below 1875, could be go time. And if that is the correct count, that we go down already, first of all, for me, the B wave is a little bit too shallow. I'm just saying that I shouldn't say too shallow because it's valid, but just in terms of clarity, it's a bit messy. And we should then sell off quite drastically. Okay, quite drastically. And I think we would get to 1828 next, maybe 1781. So that's what we need to be watching for today, and all the relevant levels and parameters. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.